Numbers from the New Orleans Police Department show violent crime in the city continues to trend down the third straight year, in fact. This after the city once held the title of murder capital. That was in just 2022. Joining us now this morning to talk about what's going on here, the good news, NOPD Superintendent Anne Kirkpatrick, and also what we're doing going forward. Good morning to you, Chief. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Happy New Year. Good to see you, Brandon.
Yes, ma'am. And so looking at these numbers, third straight year decline, homicides at a 3-year low. How do you feel about this?
I feel very good. I feel encouraged about even our future.
Looking at some of the numbers when we've talked about them over the course of a couple days now, 121 murders in 2025, non-fatal shootings down 3%, armed robberies down 28%, carjackings down 35%. You said when you unveiled these numbers this week that there are several reasons as to why there is the decline, beginning with new technology within the NOPD. What is that?
Well, we are progressive in our use of technology. So we use things like license plate readers. We have gotten into using drones, and we'll be expanding the use of drones. When I came here, obviously, New Orleans was already wired for cameras in our French Quarter district. And so we leverage all of those technologies and look at many more. So, yes.
And is that what you mean by precision policing?
Well, precision policing, a little bit different.
Okay.
Precision policing is how we go about focusing on those people who we know commit most of the crime. And so it's historically the way we used to police in areas that were challenged was almost like a dragnet. You sent a lot of police officers into a community and you stopped everybody, and that's like fishing with a net. We fish with a spear gun today. So we don't just stop everybody. We know who does the harm. That's who we focus on. And our strategies are designed to focus only on those we know who cause harm or likely to cause that harm.
No doubt about it. This is good news, showing here what the city is doing. Looking at some of the cases, we have seen, though, perception is one thing as opposed to the numbers. A number of youth, teens who have been killed. Into last year, a 4-year-old shot in a situation on New Year's Day. What's being done to stop that from happening, particularly our youth and the gun violence there?
Well, that's where I think, again, New Orleans has a good story to tell in our partnerships, because a lot of those issues are based in social public health concerns. And so we have very good relationships with those who can offer the upstream interventions so that youth and others have avenues to break out of a life of crime or a choice of crime. So, for instance, in every single one of our police districts, we have a social worker, because some things are better handled through the social services than just a strict police matter. That's why you also see us using mental health professionals rather than police always being the first to respond. So that's what we mean by giving a little bit more targeted focus to our youth. And as I said, others where you're dealing with the upstream causes that we know contribute to a life of risk for crime.
And a big sticking point for you, also a point that was raised in the Teneo report after the Bourbon Street terror attack, was adding more boots to the ground. You've said that the partnership with the National Guard and State Police, we've seen that, but you're also working to increase the number of officers there on the force. It does come as yesterday we got a promise from Mayor-elect Helena Moreno that the city would find the money to make the pay for those $10,000 retention bonuses. Your thoughts here on that continuation, but also, do you know anything about where the federal dollars that we're using to fund that program, where that money went?
I don't, because that money, those monies go into the city budget. And so my budget, the police department budget, is carved out of that. But those kinds of monies are actually oversight of city financial budget office, which, you know, I don't have oversight of that type of thing, so I can't speak to that.
Do you think going forward with the new administration that there needs to be more conversation, at least, about where the finances stand when it comes to keeping your officers on the force?
Yes, but I do think that the administration, not only the current one under Mayor Cantrell, but the new incoming Mayor Moreno, there is a true commitment to this police department to get the resources that are needed, and that includes giving me the opportunity to hire when other city divisions and departments are in hiring freezes. And that's a very strong statement of commitment to supporting the hiring process we need to add troops to the force.
Which is also very important this time of year,
Yes.
too, as we're in day 2 officially of carnival season. You've walked us through the NOPD safety plan, which is very thorough, including some traffic detours and whatnot. Just walk us through what you're looking at.
So the package, what we call a package, the safety package you experienced last year, and all of our residents here and visitors with respect to barriers as well as partners who will be on the scene. Yes, our National Guard will be there to help us. You'll see something very, very similar to what you experienced last year. So we're going to have a lot of assets from the federal government and from our local partners. And so you're going to see 800 plus law enforcement out there. And we're going to have a law enforcement out there who are undercover. You're not going to even know they're there. But we're there as kind of your shepherds, your sheepdogs. We're here to just provide protection so that everybody can have a great time. Don't focus on us. We're just making sure you can have fun. And so we're just out there, as I said, as protection, as a deterrence, and the idea is that you go and have fun. And these are family events, and they're intended for everybody. You can come with great confidence that the safety plans are very good. And you already experienced them from last year.
Yes, most definitely. And I've got a producer in my ear telling me, wrap, wrap, wrap. But I do want to get this in real quick. I know we've got the new administration coming in. You said that you wanted to stick around. You are sticking around. How do you feel going into 2026?
I'm delighted. I love being here in New Orleans. This police department is fabulous. This community is amazing. I want to stay. I'm grateful that Mayor Moreno will be keeping me on board for a while.
All right, and by the looks of it, when you see you out and about at Super Sunday and whatnot, a lot of people on the streets of New Orleans feel that way too, keeping you on. So
I'm honored. I'm blessed. Thank you for
well,
that.
Blessed to have you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, of course, for staying with us here. Of course, NOPD leaders do say while crime is trending down, a new reporting system could make numbers look higher at first. So go to our website. We'll walk you through those details, what they mean. But overall, the numbers are skewing down, and they're looking like that, too, going into 2026 as officials hope to keep that trend going.